Hello everyone, in this tutorial we are hopefully going to learn something. First of all, that I cannot do tutorials without planning them. I just tried to record this, and I had no idea what I was going to do, and it went a little bad. Not as one would hope. So we're going to try this again. And mainly because I have no plan. I don't know what I want to do. I just want to make a video because I've not made one in a long time, and lots of you have been asking me comments. Some of you have been like, yeah, make videos. Other been, make video. Why are you taking so long? And yeah, I know. I don't make videos often. And I don't know what the hell accent or impression I was going for there. I guess a lazy internet troll that was smoking a brick or something along those lines. I don't know. You can tell I don't do drugs. I don't know the names of any. Anyway, currently not on anything. Other than, which might explain this, Blue Charge, which is basically cheap Red Bull because I'm not paying £1.15 or whatever it is for 200 millilitres of any substance, unless it was liquid gold or liquid platinum or anything like that. I don't think those cans could contain that much heat. I think they would melt and get holes in them. Anyway, we're not here to debate the melting point of different metals, and I don't know them, so everything I said was probably just complete shite. Go and look it up on Wikipedia. Anyway, I've not been here for a while, so I'm going to quickly show you some things I've been doing. Now, you may remember this from a while ago. I made a little spaceship game. Kind of fun, but I didn't really complete it. I was going for AI and Python scripts and importing them into my C++ and making it all work together. I decided it was a terrible idea and never did it again. Pardon me. But I still have the program, so let me just start the server. Initializing server. I should make it say that or something. No, I need Arnie. I need to ring up Arnie and say, can you say initializing server in your voice? Because it would sound hardcore. Can you imagine that? That would be awesome for Counter-Strike. If Arnie just... oh. Now I need an Arnie soundboard for when I'm recording this. That'd be awesome. Would that fall under fair usage or not? Probably not, I would guess. Anyway, let's run the client. The client connects, and yeah! We've got our game, and holy crap, that is lagging. What am I doing? I'm doing something stupid somewhere. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm obviously doing something retarded. Anyway, normally it doesn't lag this much. The shaders are not mine. I stole them and tweaked them, but they were open source, so it's all good. And this was a few years ago, so I'm hoping they're open source and it's all good. I'll check. But anyway, I'm thinking of making this multiplayer because I came across this game. Okay, what have I done on this computer? I've broken something badly. Something's like going on and it doesn't like me. Processor's 100. What am I doing? Plenty of memory, plenty of CPU. Oh, no idea. Anyway, MMO. What is it? Asteroids? I think it is. Yes, it is. I was thinking of making something like this, but of course with the graphics of my game. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get him. Oh no, no. I'm chasing him. Maybe he feels victimized. To be honest, I think these are all bots. What the hell? I can't hit anything. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get him. He's running. No, he knows I'm after him. Okay, I'll leave him alone. I wonder if I'll get ganged on if I stay still. Oh, they're not all noob killers. Anyway, I'm planning on doing something like that, but of course, with these graphics. Apart from, I've never made anything multiplayer like this before. I've done turn-based multiplayer and stuff, but real time's a bit harder, and I really don't have that much time to do stuff. This is running smoother now. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot you can hear the pew-pew noises. I've not got my headset on. Okay, I'll annoy myself as well. Oh. Sod that, we're not annoying myself. I prefer to make the pew-pew noises. More fun. To the purpose of the tutorial, we are going to make a Flappy Bird clone. I knew that would get you excited. So, to do that, I'm going to go to the website for the people whom I work for. So, clockworkchili.com. I'm going to click Get Started Now. Yes, this is shameful advertising. I don't care. The reason I'm using this tool is because I'm very used to it. It's what I do every day for work. Although, to be honest, I don't use the online editor. I prefer just writing lines and lines of code. But anyway, this makes it very easy for you to make a game. It's an HTML5 game, so it will work on your phone, tablet, mobile, all of three of those kind of similar things. Desktop, work on anything. We're just going to worry about desktop for now, just because it's probably the thing you're most likely to be coding on. Have you ever tried coding on a phone? Don't. Have you ever tried coding drunk? Trust me, it actually works better than coding on a phone. For me, anyway. I don't know about other people. Now I'm thinking about alcohol. And now I'm looking at all the different little vodka flavour things I got for... When was that? Was it Christmas? Are they still there? That's impressive. I'm impressed with myself. Look. Where is it? Ah, what's this? Absolute Crunch, country of Sweden. I don't know what flavour... Oh, vanilla. Ugh. I can't imagine vanilla vodka tastes like. I don't like vanilla Coke, though. Going on a rant. Anyway, we've got lots of tutorials here that I've been recording. So, simple memory game. And if you just click on these, it'll just link straight to a YouTube video. I think I recorded most of these. I recorded some of these as well, but in fact, I recorded almost all of these, but the earlier ones, kind of bad because they were scripted, and I'm used to just, you know, freestyling it, cocking it up. It's all good. There we go. Lots of tutorials. Anyway, we're going to skip those. There's a game here called Flappy Square. I told you I recorded this tutorial before. It went badly. It took me 20 minutes to figure out that I was using set position instead of set velocity. So I decided, you know what? I don't mind screwing up too much on camera, but when it's like this, people are going to be sitting there, and I'll just be talking away. It's not good. You're not going to learn anything like that. So we're going to start again. New project. Flappy Square original game. Yeah, not a clone of anything at all. The reason I've called it Flappy Square is because I didn't plan this. Got no art assets. I don't have a Flappy Bird or a Flappy Unicorn, which is what I used for the tutorial. I could go down to the online shop and download one, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to use squares. Because squares are cool. You don't want to diss squares. Okay. So I'm just going to set the resolution up to 1280 by 720. I'm just going to lock it there to keep it very simple for the tutorial. And the next thing I'm going to do is add my Flappy Square. So we just click New Scene Object up to the top left, and we get a square here. We go to Properties, name it Flappy Square. This is a unique identifier. All the objects are kind of stored in a big hashy thing, so you can use this identifier to get your object anywhere in your code by writing way.getSceneObject Flappy Square. But we don't need to worry about that at all in this, actually. Flappy Birds is really simple. You would think. Yeah, the fact that I'm doing this a second time suggests otherwise, but what are you going to do? So I'm going to go to Functions, and I'm going to go to onUpdate, and we're going to add some gravity. So these are called every frame. We're just filling in event handlers, basically. So let's add the gravity. So we have this, which is the Flappy Square. We're in the current context of the square. I pointed there, but yeah, no. I'm not pointing at you, I'm pointing at the square. I apologize most sincerely for my something or other. You can tell I'm not from the south of England. I don't do that stuff. There's kind of a thing, I don't know if you've watched Game of Thrones, but the author for that said he got his inspiration for the Great Wall. The Great Wall? Give me a minute, I've got to get this right. It's just the wall, isn't it? It's just known as the wall. Does it have a name in the Game of Thrones? Does the wall actually have a name? I don't know, it's just the wall. Anyway, he got the inspiration from Hadrian's Wall, which was built by the Romans to keep Scots out of England, and, you know, just Scottish people. Scottish people are really nice, actually. I like Scotland. It's a cool place. Anyway, we will do this. Dot set velocity, and we'll try and avoid going on too many more rants. Velocity, oh, it tells us it takes an object with an x and a y property. So we're just going to do this, x, and the x velocity is not going to change because this is gravity. So we just do, actually we can just do, can we? We can just do 0, actually. We don't even need to move this thing. As you will see, we will move the background to create the illusion our square is moving. Very clever. Yes. Anyway, now y, this is where the interesting stuff happens. We just need to really do this, dot get velocity plus 20. That might work out. Okay, let's play. Play. To quote Blackadder, clucking hell. What have I done? I've done this again. Look, this dot get velocity, yeah, but x on y. Genius. Okay, the square falls at a reasonable rate. I'm happy with that. That's some basic gravity. If you don't like it, implement better gravity. Okay, I did it in one line. Tutorial, it's got to be quick, you know? You know what? Actually, I want to show you something. Oh, it's not here. Do I dare? I want you to make this, like, take this tutorial seriously, and I'm trying to think of a way to do that. So, I need to prove I have some street cred. But unfortunately, I can't find my fedora, so that will have to be for another time. I can spin a stick. You are kidding, my Joe's not even in here? That's ridiculous. For the record, Joe is a 4-meter long staff martial arts, but I don't know. Who's moved it? That's meant to be my defense weapon for the terrorists. Aha! Someone has got paint on this. Don't ask me what relevance this has got to programming. It's just... Watch me smack my computer actually on camera. Could do that. That's better. Now I can relax and think. Now I've got street cred. We can continue. We've got gravity. We need to make it jump. So to do that, we're going to go to on key down. So whenever I press a key, this function gets past a object which has some information in it. And I can't remember what that is off the top of my head, so we're just going to do console.log data. Now, data is the name of all objects passed into these handlers. Just remember that, data. If it gets something, it is data. Not data from Star Trek, though he is cool. So we're going to press F12. This opens up the debug console if you're using Google Chrome, and I think Firefox as well. I don't know about Internet Explorer, but come on. If you're using Internet Explorer, you need to rethink your life before you continue this tutorial. Anyway, I'm just going to clear the log, and we're going to run this. So when I press space, excellent, key code 32. So now all I need to do is if data.keycode is equal to 32, that means we've pressed space. We want to increase our Y velocity quite substantially, so I will go into onUpdate. I'm going to copy this line. I will go back into on key down, and I will paste. And instead of plus 20, we want to go minus 800. I think that's what I did on the Flappy Unicorn game-ish, roughly. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, obviously you should only be able to press this once. Whoa. You know what? I want more than that. I want minus 1,200. And I want gravity to be higher as well. I'm going to go all the way up to 25. Let's see what that looks like. That feels like Flappy Bird. I never actually played... No, did I? No, sorry, I did play the original Flappy Bird, but not much. The problem I've got is I can press it more than what... I can press it too quickly. And you know what? The gravity's still nowhere near, is it? Let's go all the way up to 35. There. That feels right. You might have to tweak these values. I think the jump should be higher, so on key down. Let's go minus 1,500. You just have to tweak these values, and this is what JavaScript and HTML5 games are really good for. You can just practice tweaking values. Anyway, we've got a jumpy thing. That is very nice. Now what we need... I'll just close the console. Now what we need is some platforms to dodge, and to be honest, I'm going to do this in quite a hacky way. But it's okay, I'm allowed to hack things, I'm a professional. So we're going to add a new scene object. We will call it wall. Okay. And it's actually just put it itself on top of there, so that's why it looks the same. We're going to make it big. Like really, really big. There we go. Okay, maybe that's a bit too big. Wall can go there. Let me just see where that is. No, it's not even on the screen. Let's go there. Excellent. So what we need to do is we actually want to position this at 0, 0, and then x 300. What's that like? How far away is that? Okay, now we're going to position this minus 300, maybe. Minus 400, I think. Yeah, that's better. Okay, now obviously this wall is a bit impassable. In Flappy Bird, you've got the gap in the middle that you can go through. So, we need to add another sprite, because currently, by default, Wade creates a scene object with a sprite, which is a procedural square in our case, which is good, but we need 2 of them. So I'm going to click New Sprite. I'm going to go to it, procedural square by default. I'm going to make it the same size as this one, so let's just standardize this a bit. 170 by 550? Seems reasonable. Let's do this to the other one as well. 170 by 550. Now, of course, they're on top of each other, and we want a gap in the middle, so 170 divided by 2. Does anyone know? Yep. You got it. So we're going to offset this by 85 on the Y. Apart from, I just use the X value. I am very clever, really, honestly. Anyway, 225 then. We'll offset it by 225. And we'll offset this one by minus 225. So now this should be... Did you realise I just changed the size of both of those instead of adding an offset? Oh no, I did it right on one of them. Excellent. Yeah, now they're just touching in the middle. There's no pixels between them. So let's make our space 50 pixels big by changing both of these to 250. Is it gonna work? I can't do maths. Let's just go 300. Wow, we need actually quite a bit more than that, don't we? Let's try 350 on... No, let's go 400 on both of them. This is looking better. Damn it, I keep clicking on the thing. I'm not usually in a case where I've got more than one sprite per scene object. It's quite unusual for me. There we go. Let's have a look. I think we can get through there. Maybe. The jump might be a bit high. Anyway, at the moment it's boring because they don't move. So what we're going to do is in functions, on add to scene, this dot move to minus 1000. Should be off the camera by then. Actually, you know what? We'll do this properly. Minus way dot get screen width over 2. Take away the width of this sprite, which is just this dot get sprite. It's only got 1, so we don't need to put an index in. Dot get size dot x over 2. Yes. Okay. So when this is off the left-hand side of the screen, stuff will happen. Now we're just going to leave it at 0 for the position. No, we're not. I have to think about this. We will for now. We'll change it later. Speed 250. Let's see what that looks like. So we go... Ah, yes. That's a reasonably compelling illusion. I'm happy with that. Of course, we've only got one platform. Not brilliant. So what we're going to do is when this one gets to the middle of the screen, we're going to tell it to clone itself. So we're going to go to on update. For some reason that came across in my head as we're going to tell it to go itself. I'm trying to cut down on swearing. I find I do it a lot at work when I get stressed with code, so indulge me. Help me become a better individual for the future. Yeah, that's just cabbages. Anyway, so in on update, we need to check if we're past the middle of the screen. So if this dot get position dot x is less than 0, haha, we're going to do something magical. And the thing is, we're going to clone itself. So what we need to do is var object equals this dot clone. I think that'll work. I think you can clone this context. Might work, might not. Anyway, we need to clone it. We need to set the position. We don't need to set... Oh, Christ, yes we do. Or do we? Because when I add this to the scene, it's going to go back to there. Let's just do this. Wait. Add scene object. And we just pass an object there. And we don't need to set true because this thing doesn't need to listen to events. Oh, wait. It does on update. Crud. There's a more efficient way of doing this, but I'm being lazy, you see. Old age. It's terrible. And then we're going to do this dot on update equals 0 because we don't... We don't need to die. We don't need to listen to on update after this has happened once, so, you know, saving some cycles, possibly. Actually, really, I should stop listening for it rather than just setting the function equal to 0, but what can you do? I'm lazy. So we click run. Let's see what happens, because I'm honestly not sure what's going to happen. Okay, now I'm sure. Is it because this didn't get... Oh, I see. Okay, we need to set the position when it's added to scene because it's cloning that one. It's creating it on top of it in its current position. So, okay, we just do this dot. No, set position we choose x300. No, it's got to be bigger than the screen width. Way.get screen width over 2 plus this dot get sprite dot get size dot x over 2. So okay, it's going to spawn off the right of the screen. The height. Should we do that? No, not for now. We'll just leave the height at 0, but I'm going to change this shortly. So now, yes, it'll work. So we're going to click run. Okay, I would have already died now if this actually had collision, which is the next thing we're going to add. The jump height is very inconsistent. It's because I know what it is. Do I? Or am I a fool? Did I do something stupid and on key down? I think I did. Oh, sorry, I've got the wrong thing selected. On key down on the square. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I don't want to do that. I just want to overwrite the velocity, because if I'm going down really fast, I'm not going to jump very high, and that's why we're getting inconsistent jump heights. So we'll just try minus 500 in there. Okay, that's obviously a bit small. Minus 800? That's better. Look how consistent that is. We can do that. Now we're going to add collision. And this is surprisingly easy. In our square, we want to go to on update. Where is it? On update, here we go. All we're going to do is do this dot get overlapping objects. And what this does is it returns any object that has a sprite overlapping with the sprite of our object. So we don't even need to check it, because in this game, we only have walls. It's the only thing we can collide with, and if we collide with one, we die. So, what we're going to do first of all, we're going to quickly go back to the walls, add a property, and I'm going to set it to isWall true. Bearing in mind, I'm just going to quickly go over. This tutorial's taking way too long. I'm coding quite slowly. I haven't thought anything through, so yes, you could code this in 5 minutes if you actually thought about it. Anyway, isWall true. We want that, and there's a reason why. It is because we can access scene objects by their properties. So anyway, we go back to Flappy Square. We go to on update, we get overlapping objects, and we store them in a variable. var objects equals that. Now, if the length of that is not 0, aka bigger than 0, it is a number between 0 and some undefined number, probably limited by the amount of memory we have, or by how big your screen is and how long it takes the platform to disappear, then we obviously have a collision and the game is over. So, if objects.length is greater than 0, we're dead. And all we're going to do is wait dot, and you know what, actually we'll click on app.js down here. We're going to load the scene again. We're going to do wait.clear scene, which to be honest load scene probably does, but I'm not sure, so we'll just do it again. And we're going to load this scene that we've just coded. So if I hit something, get ready for it. Yep, it just instantly reloads and we restart. So very quick, you don't even have to press a button. And I'm not going to do anything much more complicated. I just want to do one more thing. I want to make the barriers spawn jagged because this is boring. So back in here where we set 0 to y, we need a random number. So var random equals math dot floor. Yes, this will work. Math dot random. So I'm flooring a random number that we get, and the random number is going to be between 0 and 2, I think. Yes. Okay, I'm then going to have a switch statement, which checks our random value. And our random value can be only one of two things. Case it is one of three things. Case it is 0, 1, or 2. So if it's 0, actually we need another variable here. We'll just call it y. You should never ever have single letter variable names. Very bad. I'm doing it. I'm allowed. I'm entitled. I'm currently working on a 5,000 line JavaScript file, which is evil. Do you know how many global variables there are on it? Take a guess. If you guessed around 40, you are correct. About that. I'm not sure. I don't look at them anymore. They scare me. I have nightmares. Anyway, var y. I actually once had a dream about our investors for our company coming and chasing me in my sleep, and they were looking for the boss and they couldn't find him. Don't know what that says about what I think, but it happened. Anyway, we need a position, so var y equals 0. You know what, actually, we only need to consider 2 cases here. We need, because the position is going to be 0 if it's in the center, so we've got that. So we actually only need 2 random numbers. Let's just get that. So case 0 and case 1. So case 0. What are we going to have? Does anyone know? Let's just say y equals minus 200. Else y equals 200. You know, there's a way easier way of doing this, but I don't want to use ternary conditionals and other stuff here. So we'll just go with a stupidly pointless switch statement. What are you going to do? Anyway, we've got our y. Now all we're going to do is set our initial position to that, and we also need to set the move to position to that. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we've got a game. Oh, I think that's a bit high, actually. Let's go for 150. Okay, that's okay. We're gonna do it. Fuck. Sorry. Fudge. Okay, I think I've been a bit mean. You know what, I'm gonna cheat. You know, this doesn't actually help me much because even though the square's smaller, the velocity's still the same. Okay, we're getting a lot of low-down ones. Oh, there we go. Oh, I think I've made it too easy. Okay, obviously not. But anyway, there's a very simple Flappy Birds. It's really easy to use your own images. I mean, I've got here sprites. All you need to do, if you want to use your own image, I don't have an example, I'm afraid, but you would just go from your folder where your image would be, you just literally drag it across into this bottom box, and then you drag it into here, and it becomes the scene object with that sprite. Alternatively, you can make scene objects like we've done here, and just enter the image name in there, and as long as it's in your project, it'll find it. So that's all I'm doing for today, guys. It was not well planned. How long's it taken? Do I even want to look at the recorder? 27 minutes. Jesus. God. 27 minutes for Flappy Birds. Not good. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed it, and I've shown you the editor. You can use this for free as well. You just go to the website. I'll do it once more so we do not forget. And so my boss thinks I'm actually doing some things out of work that are beneficial for the company. Or based on the state of this video and this tutorial, very... what's not beneficial? What's the opposite of beneficial? My grammar today. Can't even say the right word. My vocabulary today. Opposite of beneficial. It's not beneficial. Destructive? I don't know. I don't usually say whatever that word is. Anyway, remember you just click get started now. There's tons of tutorials that I've done which are of much higher quality, and the reason is because I was allowed days to do them. Like, look at this. I'll play it without the sound on. Woo! Look at that. Woo! I made that in Blender. It took me like 2 days. Anyway, we've got this. This is obviously a much more professional version, but the basic mechanics is probably similar to what we just did. But this tutorial is only 13 minutes long, so... you know, when I've planned it, I can do it a little bit quicker than this. But you've just got loads of tutorials. I'm speaking through all of them. The quality is pristine, of course, because I made them. Not arrogant at all. Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm sorry I've not made videos in a while, but I just don't have time. I've got to make this editor work, and at the moment I've got to make the Facebook API work, which is not easy. Have fun, and good luck.